Hey everyone. I wanted to make this video to talk about my thoughts on the whole age verification thing that's going on with Linux. Or it's not just with Linux, it's going on with the whole state of California and Colorado. But Linux is the big thing that's getting debated on because it's like impossible to implement and it's a pain in the ass. I'm watching this video from Savvy Nick, SAVVYNIK, on YouTube. Title is Linux distros respond to age verification, and I was watching it because I wanted to hear like more of the weeds of it. I mean, we all know this shit is bad, but I wanted to hear like the specifics of how they were going to destroy your privacy. I'm fucking up an orange. It's pretty good, but what I wanted to get into is just my personal thoughts on everything, because I feel like not a lot of people are mentioning the weird specific ways that all of this is going to be used. Because, let's be frank, the government objectively does not have your best interests at heart. We can all agree on that. Regardless of whether you're a conservative or a leftist, we can all agree that the government does not love you. They hate you. They want you to be a slave so that they and all of their crony friends can have infinite money and you can be working your dead-end job making $7.25 an hour, selling your fucking blood to pharmaceutical companies to make ends meet. That is what they want for all of us. And, I get that kind of shows my personal beliefs just out the gate as a leftist, but I'm just going to keep it fucking real. Rich people don't love you. They don't care about you. They are going to do shit like this. And even though it's state legislatures in this case doing shit like this, potato, potato. These fucking idiot ass congressmen think they are friends with the rich people. They think they're going to get in on it, but they're not. And that's kind of a message I have for any congressman, anyone who is in bed with these fucking idiot rich people, anyone who is pushing for this shit. All I gotta say is they not gonna let you ride, little pimp. What's the fucking Instagram caption where it's she not gonna let you hit, little bro. They not gonna let you hit. They not all of these fucking politicians are kowtowing to billionaire shit at this point, and it's ridiculous. We've hit a point where in the country where our democracy, our elected officials are being fucking bipolar and being financially held hostage by super duper rich people when you're the government. I mean this with full disrespect. If I am the government, I am fucking seizing the assets of every single billionaire. You can call that a fucking, fascist, commie, whatever. You took all the money. You're seizing the means of production or whatever. Call me a commie or whatever. But these fucking people shouldn't have more power than elected officials. Money isn't elected. It's let me point at something in my room that I bought. Fanta. Drinking a Fanta and eating an orange. I'm the orangest motherfucker ever born. Trump, be ready. I'm coming for that spot, baby. My Fanta. Why do you think I bought it? Give you a hint. Wasn't because I like the Fanta Corporation's fucking beliefs. It was because I thirsty. I thirsty. It was because I was thirsty. I wanted something to drink. I needed something to drink. And also, they don't have bottled water. They don't sell That was something weird I noticed when I went down to the. There's a little corner store built in. As you can see, I'm in a dorm, and there's a little corner store built into basement of one of the dorms has a little corner store type thing. And go down there, no bottled water, but plenty of fucking $9 12 packs of drinks. So I got Fanta, and it's I didn't buy that shit because I like Fanta. These companies aren't elected. People are giving companies money because they have to fucking survive. And the reality is people have been talking about boycotting Amazon, Walmart, Google, all these fucking companies. The reality is if you're a consumer, if you're and when I say consumer, I mean if you're under $20 million net worth. I mean honestly, even if you're under like $1 billion net worth and you still legitimately have to consider like how you're going to get by day to day, it gets to a point where shit like this, like I don't know. There's this really interesting thing I've noticed online. Also, this I know this video is about age verification. We'll get back to it, I promise. But like, there's this interesting idea online that I notice a lot in political discussions, which is called "vote with your wallet," which is to say, like, Amazon is a monopoly. Don't buy from them. Seems like an obvious position that should be easy to back up. Except, let me give a good example. Amazon can ship anything pretty much fucking anywhere within like 2 or 3 days. I'll give an example. I had to get a new phone. Where's my old one? Yeah. Oh, there you go. Crane this fucker into the ground. It's dead. It's gone. Had to get a new phone. Have to get it super fucking soon because to do all of my homework, I have to use a 2-factor authentication app that only works on phones. So I had to get a new phone fucking eminently. How did I do that? I check out websites. I go and check out Amazon because they have the fastest shipping. Can't find anything there. Check out eBay. Like you get what I'm getting at? Like, nobody is buying shit because they want to. Nobody is supporting. Like, I would say people are supporting corporations they like on a smaller scale, but it's nothing compared to like I spent $200 on a phone from fucking eBay, and it was from like a refurbisher, and I've bought the same model like 5 times because it's a fucking like $100 Pixel like 5, and so it's a piece of shit, but it works. So, and it's also cheap as shit, but like I buy a phone not because I fucking want to, but because I have to. Vote with your wallet doesn't fucking work. And a lot of people are going to have to realize, like, vote with your wallet doesn't work. It has to be done on a political end. It has to be done from your representatives, your governor, your senators, everyone, your president. All of these companies, until we have higher regulations on companies, workers, and when I say workers, I mean the people of the world making under a quadrillion, you know? If you're watching this video, you are one of these people. Unless you're fucking, I don't know, hi Jeff Bezos, oh hi Mark, you know? Like all of us, we don't get a fucking choice in any of this. If we want to keep living the life we live, if we want to keep getting by day to day, we have to buy specific things, and that doesn't, like, we don't get freedom in that. We don't get to vote with your wallet isn't fucking real. It is stupid, and I honest to God think it's a fucking talking point invented by the CIA. And, you know, it does work in, like, certain small, weird respects. In particular, the city of San Francisco, there was a big thing back when the whole Palestine shit was, like, first happening in 2023, 4, something like that. It was a big debate of, like, Starbucks sent a bunch of money to Israel, which is, like, fucking crazy to me. Like, you're telling me every time I order a caramel ribbon crunch, a child gets hit with a fucking IBM? What? Like, what the fuck is happening? You know? Like, society is fucked. Like, I'm not gonna lie. Like, I'm sipping a caramel ribbon crunch, and it's like fucking 4 p.m. because I'm a lazy fat bastard, and I don't actually need the coffee to stay awake. But I'm sitting there sipping, and it's the cream one too. It's not the actual coffee one. It's effectively a fucking milkshake. So I'm sitting there drinking that shit on a park bench. Pan over, fucking hard cut to Jerusalem. It's like some fucking Benjamin Netanyahu sees his bank account because he's Benjamin. It sees it go up to $8 from the fucking $7 coffee I bought, and then they go, "Sir, we have the green light. Send missile to what's in it? Palestine. Send missile to Palestine, Lebanon, and Jordan now." Like this is the fucking world we live in. And when it comes to the vote with your wallet thing, this is what it is. Like if you want to vote with your wallet it's not saying anything fucking meaningful. What it's saying is be miserable or support corporations. Those are your fucking options. You know what? I'm gonna be honest. I'm talking mad shit on here, but like there's a lot of shit in my room that is very corporate. I have in my room, just pointing at the immediate things, I have a Razer keyboard and mouse, big tech corporation, bad, you hate to see it. Not very good technology either. The keyboard and mouse were like really overpriced. I have Windows 10 PC. Windows is one of the, Microsoft, come the fuck on. My laptop, Windows 10 laptop, Microsoft. Fucking Xbox controller, Microsoft. Fucking old Panda Express. Panda Express. Like, vote with your wallet doesn't fucking work when every single corporation in the country is actively becoming evil, is actively doing horrible, manipulative, awful shit and supporting evil people because it gets money, it gets power, it's effective. When we learn 10 years from now, however many random absurd companies support fucking Palantir or whatever the hell, whenever all this shit goes down, it's not gonna matter. Like, none of this fucking matters to the average public guy because, like, every company that you even have the chance to support in your life is going to be using this somehow. And you can try and skirt around it with, like, buy local and that type of shit. But where the fuck do you think those people get it from? I'll give a good example. My local farmer's market that I go to, oh god, I'm trying to remember the name of it. Reeves, it's like a Reeves family farm, I think is the name of it, something like that. It's not local to me, by the way. It's like 40 miles away, but it's close enough, and it's also like fucking massive. I go there like once every couple months or so, and once it gets into like season where they've got all their crops and shit, I go there and get like a bunch of peppers and shit, and it's really good. But like when I go there, that's about as separated from corporate greed as you can get in modern America. That's not something the average American can do on a daily basis. And this video is targeted at Americans, but this shit is everywhere. If you're some Euro cuck watching this and you're like, oh, we're so safe from corporatism. No, you're fucking not. No one is. Your government is you're just lucky enough to live in a country where the government actively keeps this shit under wraps and keeps it controlled. And the reality is like controlled control. Unplug my keyboard. I hope it didn't lag too hard. My keyboard's been like fucked up lately. If I move it at all, immediately unplugs and it lags the shit out of everything. The recording probably like lost a few FPS. Oh yeah, I'm moving around to see it's dropping frames fucking quickly. But you see what I'm getting at? Like there's no way to ethically or morally live in a society where everything is built to ruin your fucking life. Everything is built in a way where every corporation is so interweaved and interlocked that it is fucking impossible to buy, do, or even sell. It's impossible to do anything in America and the whole world, really. It is impossible to do anything without giving your money. It is impossible to buy without giving your money to horrible, horrible fucking people. And the only possible solution to this, the only way that we can fix this, is through strong governmental regulation against these corporations. The EU and China is seemingly the only places on Earth that are even remotely fucking practicing it. And we've seen where this corporate shit ends. Look at Russia. They are fucking oligarch hell. Look at them. And all of these oligarchs, they built their fucking money by stripping out Russia, stripping out what was left of the USSR, stealing as much money as they could. And they didn't care about the people in the end. They left the people to die. All these old money oil oligarchs, they don't give two fucking shits about the Russian people. And the same thing goes for America. Our big fucking overlords, our Jeff Bezoses, our oligarchs, they don't give a shit about us. They're squeezing the fucking proletariat of their money, And as soon as they're done, they will objectively try to kill us all. They will do everything in their power to separate themselves from us. And in doing so, they will take the lifeblood that is keeping the fucking world alive. The only reason that any of us can afford rent right now is because of like the one guy who works at Amazon making like 40 grand a year and is helping his kids pay rent. You know, like this is what I'm trying to say is corporations are the way they have implanted themselves within our planet is fucking vile and terrifying. This is scary, scary shit. And literally no one is doing fucking anything about it. And the only people who have the power to bring this change are elected representatives. The United States has descended further towards fascism, but we still have elected representatives who represent us. And we can still choose to vote against these people. But we can't really because the education system is actively, fucking controlled by both of these parties. And let's be honest, there's never going to be anything too radically against corporations. There's never going to be anything too radically pro fucking actual goodness and change in the world. This is never going to be a thing that's encouraged in school. This is never going to be a thing that's taught to the younger generations. So we're going to be stuck in this fucking hellish Democrat versus Republican controlled corporate fucking warfare. We're going to be stuck in this forever. This is hell. This is an unending hell that we all have got to try to carve out our own lives and live happily in. And it's going to get harder. It's going to keep getting harder and harder forever and ever. And eventually something will crack. Eventually we'll hopefully have a proletariat uprising of some sort. A lot of people really like the idea of a violent revolution. I'm going to be honest, I don't. It's just, we're talking about a very small percentage of people that rule the world and rule our society. Just arrest those like 10 guys. It doesn't have to be like blowing up Kroger's and shit. Like it can just be just arrest like the one guy with $1 trillion and everything gets better. I'm not saying more people like that won't rise to come in its place, but like I don't know. It's tough. It's tough because there's a very thin line between advocating violent uprising and all that type of shit, like the classic Marxist idea of a proletarian uprising. I don't personally advocate that as much as just like get these people out of power through through non-violent means. Fucking vote against these people. And to be honest, a violent revolution, there's not enough popular support for it anywhere. There's just not. All of us fucking my fellow leftist cucks, we can try and say that there's a wider support base for leftism in the US than initially thought. And that's probably true. There's probably like 10-20% of Americans have genuinely good beliefs and a genuine good understanding of like political shit and leftist thought. But like it's not common enough to be anywhere near popular enough to work for like an outright like reset of the government. What's going to happen for any sort of change to occur is a widespread, concentrated, absolutely calculated effort on the parts of every fucking American. Every American to first disseminate good information. Everyone, we can talk about grassroots movements all day, but reality is we need to find, like, as leftists as an ideology, we need to find first a representative of some sort, we had it with Obama. We had it when you look at a poster of a black man that says hope in an America that, was coming out of an extremely race-motivated era where it's like, kill all the Muslims in Iraq, When you look at that, that is an easy, instant fucking communication of everything you need to know. We need that for leftism. We need that for modern anti-capitalism. How do we get that? I don't know. I couldn't fucking tell you. But there's someone out there who's a hell of a lot smarter than me who could find it, who can figure it out. And to those people, we'll all be here waiting for the call. But oh god. And, you know, I could get even further into the grassroots idea of like make your own, but like, you know, do you have a fucking degree in marketing? I don't. I don't know how to make a I don't know how to make a marketable plushie, Peter. Like, you know, dude, it would be really fucking funny if like our version of a Che Guevara poster was like fucking Brian Griffin snipping the martini, fucking idiot. Do you guys know what I'm referencing? The fucking I can't show my. I was gonna swap to the screen view, but I can't because it's got a bunch of my classwork shit on it. Um, but like, do you guys get what I'm saying? Do you guys really like? I really hope you guys understand and sympathize, agree, disagree. If you disagree, talk to me below. I want to hear what you think. But yeah, that was a nice 15-minute rant. How did I get onto that topic from age verification? I think I got to it because I was talking about how politicians are actively being paid to make things worse. Like, oh, it was through the selling their data thing. Like, age verification, a lot of people believe that it's going to be used in a more outwardly fascist manner of like that. Like a manner of, oh, we know your age, so realistically, they've seen your ID. Age verification in the way that most of these, the California law in specific ones, it's very clear that they're pushing for government IDs tied to each specific user. This is very clear. It's just fucking, let me be clear, you know? It's fucking obvious. This is the end goal, is government ID tied to every action on the internet. This is dangerous for a lot of fucking reasons. Even if this law was put in with like true good Samaritans putting this law in, which it's not, I want to clarify, but like let's say best possible thing, too many kids are getting hurt online. Let's say that's happening, and now they're putting this law in as a genuine good faith effort to end kids being mistreated online. That's something that people want, kids to be treated well. That's an agreed moral good. Everyone agrees that's good. No one thinks that's bad. So even if all of that shit is done and everyone complies because they truly believe this is the best way for a moral society, you know, like, let's say they all do that shit. Within 3 fucking minutes, put in my government ID, look outside, there's a fucking Israeli bomb about to blow up my house. I'm bidding, but like, legitimately, there's no possible way for this to be secure. No government databases have been consistently proven to be just fucking stupid. You know? Like this is the problem with the whole fascists are stupid thing. Is once these governments get into power, they have infinite power. Like, let's be honest, the government and the Trump administration in particular has pretty fucking unlimited power. They've been able to run amok, just do whatever the fuck they damn well please. And because they're so fucking stupid, but because it's an interesting thing where people who with actual intelligence, with actual smarts, with actual fucking know-how in their fields, they've been like kind of forced to comply or lose their jobs. That's a real thing. If you're a government employee, you've probably had to do some really shady, awful shit or be threatened with being fired. That's life now. That's life. What all the people say. Fucking Frank Sinatra. But like what I'm getting at is, if you are smart, if you're a programmer, if you're anyone, and you work on this shit, put in some way to make it just fucking die. Put in like the Valve coconut PNG. You know the thing I'm talking about where like I think it was Team Fortress 2. There was the myth of like the coconut PNG in the files that doesn't appear in game, but if you take it out, the whole game fucking erupts and it just dies. If you're a developer working on this shit in the back end, do corporate espionage. Fucking do it. Do you want the world to get worse? Every one of us has some job, has something they do. Figure out if your company is involved in any of this horrible shit. And if it is, corporate espionage your fucking way. Do this shit. If your company, let's say, private equity programming firm or some shit, God, I feel fucking vile just saying it, but like private equity firm that does programming on U.S. military base computers. Let's say that's a relatively high up enough thing. Let's say you get an order from top brass that you have to make a program which identifies and points out identities, addresses, and rough location patterns like work, school, home, that type of thing. Let's say you get an order to make a program that identifies all of that in individuals the state deems seditious. Seditious? Is that the correct word? Yeah, seditious material. Yeah. Let's say you get an order to make a program that does that. Don't outwardly play your hand. Don't outwardly do this because they will fire you. But just make yourself a little bit incompetent. Just put in like the opposite of the Valve coconut. Put in the little line that as long as that's there, shit ain't getting done. And every time they ask you to, hey, our program isn't working, come fix it, say, oh, I'll get it this time. And then a little fuck up here, little fucker there. What I'm trying to say is like, someone is the actual builder behind all of this horrible shit. Every awful thing that is passed into law, every horrible fucking atrocity committed by our government, committed in this world, there is the shitty architects at the top of it. There's the politicians who want it to decree it be. And then there's a class of us. There's the workers. There's the people trying to make ends meet, who are repeatedly forced into doing awful shit in order to make ends meet. In order to pay bills, you have to do horrible shit. And to be frank, just I'm not saying outwardly refuse. Don't do anything that would endanger your actual livelihood, endanger your kids' ability to eat, that type of thing. Just do a little bit of fucking espionage. It's okay. It's good. It's necessary. This is how we keep these people fucking accountable. Because if you just go to work and do your job as intended while the government is ordering horrible shit like this, while the government is actively fucking our people, you know what? You fucking deserve it when they inevitably turn the hammer your way. Like, gotta scratch my neck. But like, the government is evil now. It's always been evil, but now it's like outwardly evil. So what does that mean? What does that mean for the vast majority of Americans? Well, if you have a job which is involved with the government at all, commit corporate espionage. Play dumb. Don't fucking, what's it called? He's a phantom. Phantom your way through it. Fucking fuck up people's shit. Go to your coworkers while they're, say you work in like a programming thing. I don't know. I don't know what jobs people have. Let's say you're working on a thing. Let's say you're working on O-rings for missiles to be fucking flung at protesters. While your coworker's looking away, fucking go like, boom, and flick a little bit of metal on that shit. I don't know. Just do shit in a way that is inconspicuous. I can never remember which one of those is the stealthy. Do shit stealthily. Do that. Like, be fucking clever. Do everything you can to just scam and trap the shit out of this fucking awful situation we've all found ourselves in. And maybe eventually, honestly, the fascist government, it just has to be stalled. Because I can fucking wax poetic about like grassroots movements and blah, 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 leftist whatever. But like, that's not our reality. That's not what we're living in. We are getting up, we are going to work, we are all doing whatever under a fascist government that actively wants a lot of us dead. What do we do in that? Corporate espionage. It is the literal only way that we get through this. Because if this regime if it accomplishes everything that it wants to, because all of us went to work and did our jobs like a good little noodle, you know, we're all gonna be dead very soon. If like people are so fucking stupid. And I am too. I'm a fucking idiot. It's okay. But like, please, if this is like, I'm begging you, if you work in any field where some horrible privacy ruining shit with the age verification, life ruining shit with like the what was it? I think it was Anthropic. Was that it? The AI firm that was contracted by the U.S. military to build robots that kill humans without human intervention. And the company was like, no, we don't want to make that. And then the U.S. government was like, well, we're gonna put out a contract for it anyway, and we're gonna get mad at you, like we're hitting the stage where if we are not actively committing or corporate espionage at every level, we're getting people killed. That's where we're at. So, and you know, we've already been there with like the more efficiently the government runs, the more efficiently ICE is allowed to operate, which leads to deaths in Minneapolis and all that. You know, we can get into the weeds of it, but I'm talking like immediate. The U.S. military is contracting AI companies to make a machine that can kill without human intervention. That's fucking scary, and that's just like example one of probably like genuinely hundreds behind closed doors of just horrible shit that we have no idea is going on. But if honestly, be vigilant. Look at what your company is doing and commit espionage at every fucking level you are capable. If you're like a boss of a company, put it out in a company memo to people you think are like-minded. Say, hey, I'm pretty sure we're making the fucking what was the name of it? You know the Tumblr post that's like, we are recreating the death loop from the movie Do Not Create the Death Loop. I can't remember the actual name of the thing, but like, you know the thing I'm referencing. Like, put out a company-wide email that's like, hey, not company-wide actually. Keep it discreet, you know. Keep it like-minded. Kind of judge people. Say like, this person seems like they're this. This person seems like they're that. Be careful above all, and you know, maintain your own livelihood, because as long as there's good people like us around to keep shit like this from getting worse, then that's the only way. You know, that is a part of it, is like we have to maintain our own safety above all else, because if there's not enough people like us around, shit keeps getting worse. And I know that this comes off like very fucking Reddit commie, you know, and you know, fucking my bad. I don't know what to say. Like we're at a point in society where like a lot of really wild shit is becoming necessary. A lot of really awful shit is like just becoming commonplace, and we have to fight it in every way that we can for as long as we can. And you know, if we can sufficiently weaken some of the more horrible arms of this regime, then I truly believe that when it comes times for elections, and if that fails, revolution, then I think we're going to have a weaker foe for it, you know? But to get back to the age verification thing, I mean, this is really, you know, I already got out pretty much the big thing, but the reality is age verification is one branch of an increasing fucking giant oak of horrible shit that the government is trying to set into stone. What should we do in the immediate future to immediately combat this where we can? Well, farted, hell yeah. Do that. But in the immediate future, I still want to believe, I still want to have hope that the U.S. democracy that we've built can work, can come back from the brink. We came back from Reagan, we came back from both Bush. We can come back. We came back from Trump the first time. We can get out of this. We can escape this. It's going to be fucking hard, and it's going to require a pretty big dismantling of the corporate, fucked up political landscape that we've built over the last 50 years. But I believe it can be done. It's going to be hard, and it's going to take a lot of really consistent action over the course of like a decade. What does that mean for all of us, though? It means be vigilant. Look around in your workplace. Keep your beliefs. Keep shit kind of normie. Don't be too vocal about shit like this. This is. I'm not. This isn't a dangerous video for me. I'm gonna. Regardless of who wins the election, I'm gonna go to bed and stroke my shit every night. I don't care who. I don't care if it's Joe Biden or Donald Trump. I'm still gonna jerk my shit to fat bitches. You know that tweet? That's a funny one. But yeah. It's a good orange. It's at like that perfect level of ripe too. Fuck. Oranges are good, but like same thing with apples. If they're not like perfectly fucking ripe, it's just an awful experience. Or not with apples, sorry. I'm thinking of the yellow one. Banana. Yeah. Like bananas and oranges, it's like they're fucking amazing, but every time you eat them, it's just like a 1 in like honestly like 3 chance that they're just fucking awful. And it's like, come on. And, they're like with bananas, you can like see them. I'm scratching my ear. It's like, ugh, feels weird. But it's like, fuck me, But but what I was saying is like, keep it kind of toned down in public, just for your own safety, because the ice shit is particularly egregious, and it seems to mostly be focused on skin color and not too much on political belief yet. But keep your beliefs, keep your shit at arm's length, be careful. Because shit is going to get worse, and we need to be at like a level of trustworthiness, I guess, of a default citizen. If you make yourself a known active leftist, you're going to be actively looked at by the government. That's gonna happen. But what that means for like all of us is just keep a low profile. Don't get out there too much. Influence where you can in a manner that is safe for yourself and your family. And that's really what this all boils down to, is not be a cog in the machine, but don't be like comedically large gear flung into machine that makes it blow up and then the factory owner gets mad at you. Like you, or be like glue in the machine. Like you're slowing it down, but no one's gonna know, like you want to keep, you want to be espionage. You want to do espionage when the government is one you dislike. You want to actively prevent the government from accomplishing their goals. That's what you want. And it's going to come in a lot of forms. Keep eyes out for it in your day-to-day life. I'm unemployed. If you couldn't fucking tell from the fact that I've talked at a camera for 40 minutes about a bunch of commie bullshit. But like, if you work a job where you're doing shit like this, just keep an eye out. Be careful. And accept the fact that, like, horrible shit, it's gonna keep coming. We can slow progress, but, like, when I say espionage to a point that it's, like, you're still alive and you're not, like, fired and shit, do all of this. Do everything you can. But the reality is, all of this shit, it's still gonna happen. And we're not even acknowledging the fact that, like, a pretty significant chunk of the public thinks this is good. And it's just fucking fiddle-dee-dee, happy and dandy to go to work under a fascist and aid them. So, by cutting off their access to a significant chunk of the labor pool and actively hindering what we can, it's going to have a pretty fucking big impact. But it's going to be pretty fucking rough still. Shit's still going to happen. Bad shit is still going to happen in the foreseeable future. How we get out from under that, I still have hope and belief in elections, but if that fails, we go from there. That's all I got. And the age verification shit, it's bad. Come on. I don't have to lecture you for you to know it's bad. But I believe that instead of being the problem on its own, end of privacy is bad, but I think that it is one arm of an increasing fucking like fractal of shit. And that's really all I have to say. Yeah, as if that was fucking brief. All I have to say is 50-minute rant on fucking communist. All right. It's 11:40 p.m. Night, everyone. Bye.